the show is having success beyond, I mean, you thought it was going to be successful, but it probably at this point is even surprising you with the level of success that it's enjoying.
Yeah.
And then you find out that Dave is going to step away.
Right.
Did he talk to you? Did he talk to anyone about that? Or
No. It just broke out. But I felt, we got to realize that was going into the third season.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Charlie, we so excited. We got the Rich Bitch Tour going on.
Mm-hmm.
We going back to the third season.
Right.
You know, it's a chance that it might be a situation where we can make more money.
Mm-hmm.
But we just excited about it. But I knew it was something weird because the last sketch I saw him in, it was this show where we played monsters. I played a mummy, he played a wolf, and Charlie played Frankenstein, whatever, right? And me and Charlie just having fun on set. We kicking it. And I saw Dave, he was a werewolf. And he was just looking like in the air, and he said, I guess 50 million is not enough. And I would look at him like, who you talking to? 50 million not enough. I take the zero. You can take 3 more of the zeros off. I'm good with it. And I didn't know that what was troubling, but that was just so, for somebody that's still me, still coming up, not used to having no big money or anything. I was like, I don't even understand how anybody can say, I guess 50 million is not enough. I didn't understand that. And then he disappeared. Not communicate with me. But you got to also realize when we was doing the show, me and Dave weren't the best of buddies. I try to keep my relationship, be co-workers. I don't want to be all like, hey, buddy. Just let me go do my job.
Do my thing and then
keep it moving. So we never, even that time, we hung out after the show. We really got connected after the show, after he came back. But like he disappeared. And it was so funny because I told Neil didn't know where it was. And I said, man, I bet you he probably went to Africa. And Neil was gonna be like, why would you say that? Well, I remember we were in the green room one day. It was me, Dave, Mos Def, and Dave was, I think Mos Def was a real estate agent in Africa because he was trying to get everybody to come to Africa. I wanted to say, yo, you can't get all of Brooklyn to come to Africa because then Africa becomes Brooklyn. Make it a secret or whatever, right? But I just had this weird feeling that he probably went there, then cut to maybe 2-3 days later that they announced that he was in Africa. But for us, I never thought, I didn't know what the severity of what his thoughts were. I never thought that he wasn't gonna come back. In fact, when he left, we was like this, all right, we can go back on tour now.
Right.
Because we had
thinking he was gonna come back.
Yeah, we was like this, oh man, yeah, let him take 3 months off. I'm just thinking about the money we gonna stack up to come back. But he never came back. And he never communicated anything to me.
Do you believe there was a number that he would have been willing to come back from, or he was just over being underpaid for such a long time that he's like, 50 million, if y'all gonna pay me 50 million, how much are you guys actually making?
I don't know. That's a tough question that only
Dave could probably
answer. But at the same time, I know he loves money, but he's not driven by money. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was probably, more than likely, something morally he didn't agree with.
Right.
But I don't think that his decision to walk away was just the money. But I think that when he came back, it's like, no, give me my money.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think that was that.
When you did the Blacks Get Reparation skits, Prince, the skits are classic. The Rick James, the Prince. Did you, I mean, when you're like on set and you seeing him doing these skits, because I can just imagine to hold it together.
Yeah.
Did you ever
We never held it together. We never held it together, boy. We blew so many takes. It was so many takes that we would always start with what we had on paper, right? But then he's so genius with sketching. It was always like, yeah, that's what's on there. But he always had something in his back pocket. He always had a drawer full that he was going to throw something. And then after a while, he kind of trusted us to get kind of loose and add that element to it. But it was, I guarantee you, half the stuff that was written on that paper never made it. And we just got loose with it.
Is that what makes him so good? And most comedians have this ability, is that their ability to improv. Yes, it's It's on there. But if you let me do it my way, Kat said that, let me do it my way, and I promise you it'll be 10 times funnier.
But you can't always, but see, that's the problem, that everybody's not going to agree to that.
Right.
And the reason why that, you got writers that are getting paid a lot of money. You know, it's kind of insulting if you just basically saying, I'm going to do all of that. Some people, that's the only way they can work.
Right.
But even in our case, we never want to disrespect the writers.
Okay.
We would do what Brian Tucker and Neil and put on paper. Then it was like this, okay, let me get one. You know what I'm saying? But no, you're not going to have too many sets. It's going to let you do whatever you want.
Just improv.
Yeah, because then now you start doing that. Now they got to pay you as a writer.
Right.
There's a bunch of things. But it wasn't. But the thing that the thing about working with him is that he makes you go harder. It makes you want to be the best that you can be.
Is it true that R. Kelly said goons at Chappelle?
I don't know. I don't know if this is true that R. Kelly's sent goons, but I know we had goons too. So it was going to be a goon interaction. It was going to be a goon encounter.
Convention?
Yeah, it was going to be a goon convention, but I don't know too much about that. But damn, man, that was another thing. We was like, it was the show was fearless. It's like we're going to say what we want and not care about what you think, but we do the funny first and deal with it after that.
Could there be a Chappelle show today?
That would be a tough one. That would be a tough. I think certain things. I don't know if there could be a Chappelle show, but it would be interesting if there was a one-off. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just so hard because now you gotta.
Today's society is a lot different than today.
But it's about to change though, Shannon. It's like I think it is. I think that the idea of cancel culture is about to be dead.
Good.
People getting frustrated with that. And after a while, we went through that stage, you can't say this, can't say that. But people are getting sick of that. If anybody would be able to pull it off, it would be him. But I think that it's going to be time for us to get back to like not concerning ourselves what you think, but what we think is funny and put it out there.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I read that you what's that? In Living Color.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I mean, was Chappelle before Chappelle.
Yeah, what about the In Living Color?
Didn't you audition for that?
I auditioned to it. I did audition for it, but I was green. I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
I auditioned for that. I was, like I said, when I first started, I came out hot, but I was green.
Right.
I was funny as a stand-up, and I had a couple of little quirky little characters and things I was doing that was different from everybody else.
Right.
But I wasn't ready for In Living Color. I auditioned for Saturday Night Live. That's where I met Neil. And in fact, that audition I did, Saturday Night Live, Tracy Morgan was on that same audition.
Okay.
And he got it.
Right.
I was a guy that told a funny story, but did not understand when they say we need 3 original characters, what that looked like. I was telling long stories. And I remember Tracy Morgan, he did a character, a black hockey player.
Yeah.
And it was a very simple character, but he really committed to the character, like he had the little things and everything.
Yeah.
And I saw he looked like a sketch actor, but I wasn't ready for that. Yeah.
But so you didn't understand. You understand now. Now you probably go on an audition. You understand they send you the format, what they're looking for.
Yeah.
You go in there, you know what they're looking for. You become that.
Yeah, but back then, I was only getting shots because I was funny as a stand-up.
Right.
But again, I wasn't trained. I didn't know what I was doing. And there was, when I look back, I was like, oh, if I was prepared for that, I probably could have got it.
Right.
But it wasn't. I always say it's a tortoise in the hair. I've been a tortoise for so long. I don't have a problem with the slow route, how it's going. As long as I get my money now and keep going, I'm good.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because we like to do something before 2 something.